Mark, we need you to stop swearing at your computer.
I'm
about
not mad.
Cards.
It's fun. It's
okay.
I'm having a great time.
Okay,
An expression.
Win or lose,
okay.
it's how you play the game,
It's
or
true.
in this case, wait in line, only to become 174,000.
Wow.
People, imagine kids at home. Hi, welcome to the Positivity Report. Imagine you go to your local grocer and you say, hey, I would, and they say, well, sir, you got to wait in line. You got to wait in line. All these people took a number. And you say, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I am sorry. My apologies.
Okay.
Let me just grab a number. And the number you grab is 174,000.
Well,
I go fast as the internet.
yeah, you never know.
It's
There's
worth
only,
it.
there's
It's worth
only
it for the-
40,000 cold cuts available, Ken.
You got that meatball sub is worth the line wait.
To not spoil the rest of the show, is Mark is bidding on virtual basketball cards where it looks just like a mini Sports Center highlight, but apparently they're worth more than GameStop stock.
Yeah.
Which I believe the Hawaiian Hunk is still investing in.
Worth more than my Dogecoin or what a cone
The
coin.
Dogecoin.
What did I buy? What did I buy? Just asked a friend. He said, add the cart. So now here I am, bro.
I will say that when he started pitching me this Dogecoin, he's like, you know what Doge is? I was like, nope. He's like, you know that dog meme? I was like, nope. He's just like, keep going. I'll get there eventually.
It's all about these NFT virtual moments. We could make one right now. We could have Josh fart into Ken's airspace, and Ken gets grossed out, throws up on my computer. There's your moment. There's your NFT. We're millionaires.
Boom.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
All right, welcome to the Positivity Report. I'm Josh Macuga. That's Ken Knapsack. That's Mark Ellis. This is Friday. I'm the only one currently wearing an Aloha Friday, a Hawaiian shirt. If you want to go ahead and wear a Hawaiian shirt, that's okay with me. But because he isn't wearing a Hawaiian shirt, but his head is the Aloha. GPACharity, how you feeling, buddy?
Look
Good.
at that.
Yeah.
We went from the concert to a rager in someone's apparently old house.
That's a frat house. That looks exactly like every frat house has that same.
Is that an early
doorway.
Pearl Jam gig?
That might be.
Is that Eddie? I believe that's a pic of Eddie Vedder in Seattle because he used to jump into the crowd all the time.
Yeah.
Reckless abandon that guy.
I have a picture I might send you. Like there are some frat parties where I'm standing on a mantle because there's too many people on the floor to actually stand on the floor, and then you jump into the crowd. Anyway.
The mantle didn't break?
how
No,
they do.
it's like a stone mantle.
Oh.
The houses are mansions.
Those bars around Penn State, Ken. It's you know how you go to like a nice saloon and there's peanut shells all over the floor? Just replace the peanut shells with human carcasses up in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania.
Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania is not where Penn State is, but there is a Penn State Beaver campus. How about that?
What's the stadium is named after a
Beaver
beaver.
Stadium.
Okay.
Yep. I lived at 200 East Beaver Avenue.
What's the town?
The town is called State College or University Park.
That's an old wives' tale.
Yeah.
That's a myth.
College Avenue is where I also lived at one point when we got kicked out of our fraternity house for no other reason than the fact that we left our Christmas lights up too long and they condemned our house.
Is that the only reason, or was that
That's
the
the only
excuse?
Well,
That
we
was-
had like trash blocking a stairwell at one point. Anyway,
Mr. Macuga, 0.0.
7 years of college for nothing. I will say that ninth semester in college was not my parents' proudest moment of their son.
But look at him now. He's wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah,
It's Friday.
crushing it, living the dream.
Yeah.
We have a huge show today. Chloe Condon is in the house.
is
She's
great.
in the waiting room. She's an absolute joy, a treasure, live from Oakland, California. We have never met in person, but we became friends on Twitter because I tweeted about Clippy, and she works at Microsoft.
This is just Clippy's an American icon.
He really
I mean, I
is.
dare I say a world icon because
World.
the computers go everywhere now, apparently.
Yes.
My Commodore 64 was localized.
It was right there in your living room, Ken.
Should I cover up the Apple on the other side of my computer before we bring Chloe in?
Well, that's I should have put my Josh for Jeopardy.
Like that? Like that?
Well, you got to look at your cool hip cards that all the kids are playing
Like
with
that?
these
I
days.
don't have to, Josh. Do you know why?
Because you didn't get any.
Because I'm 173,000 in line.
Oh.
It's moving.
I will
It's
say,
moving.
I told my cousin thread between my brother, my three cousins who know Mark Ellis well, after the Josh Macuga bachelor party.
was
I
a
told
good
him
time.
about Mark's obsession with this online card thing, and they were like, "Now explain this to me." And so I told it, and then in chimes my other cousin who goes, "Oh yeah, it's like a big deal." And I was like, all right, well, now I'm being vouched by people that I actually trust as compared to
Which cousin? Is it
George.
is it the good-looking one who just got married and he's a great golfer? CJ. Yeah, he's the one that every men want to be him and women want to be with him.
Yeah, no, not him.
Okay.
Not him. My other cousin, George, who
Oh, George. I like George.
George
yeah.
is the best.
George is great.
Yeah.
Josh has a good little crop of family members.
He's got so many, but they're the best at weddings. I don't want you. Could you and Amanda renew your vows in
We're
about
going to
5
do
years?
it in 10 years at the same venue.
No.
At
Don't
10
wait 10 years. Don't wait 10 years.
The 10-year anniversary.
Josh,
So you're about 7 out.
7 out.
Josh, Amanda is an angel on earth, okay? You renew those vows
Gorgeous from afar, Ken.
and up close, which I should have added last time. You should have a renewal ceremony. What do you want to put it at, Ken? I'd say every semester.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll go back to Carmel by the Sea for an artisan sweater.
Yeah.
And a good new memory.
Or be like the dad in Billy Madison, and every time Rosie graduates any grade, have like a monster rager
That's
where
actually
her
a
friends
really
can
good
go, but then
call.
also there's like a whole drunk section where like,
No, we're moving in a few weeks, and we.
is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
Real.
I literally thought you were messing with me,
No,
and
no,
that
no,
you
no.
were making
No.
fun of another one of our friends who has recently moved
No.
to a similar location to what you said. You guys are actually moving.
We are moving. We have had enough of the apartment,
Oh!
and
Look at this.
And when I say we, I mean, listen. You add a human.
Oh, she's kicking you out.
No. You add a human. You add another human into the equation, Mark, and that place gets crowded quick.
Yeah, I know. They want Daddy to go get his own flat.
Yeah.
Get
And
Daddy
Amanda,
girl.
we were looking at one house that was 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and I was like, no, we need 2 bathrooms. It could be 6 bathrooms, 1 bedroom, and
Yeah.
I would take that over 3
That's
3 bedrooms, 1
The old
bath.
Ken Knapsack travel rules. You got to have your own bathroom.
Gotta have your own. Gotta have
Own
your own.
bathroom. Head on over to the GPA.fun. That's where you can join the Bucket Club. And I will say, today's Josh Birdie is a lot of fan-fueled questions. So if you're a Bucket Club member, you can join the Discord and then suggest and write questions for Josh Birdie. Today's Josh Birdie, the Hawaiian hunk versus his girlfriend, Heather, Fields of Heather, the Schneider cut, Heather Schneider, 4 p.m. Pacific right here on the Good People Association. And you can go to streamlabs.com/goodpeoplegpa to join in the show. We want to thank you guys. A huge donation we made to St. Baldrick's after Wednesday's Aloha Bonanza.
Look at that thing.
Look at it. Go back to yourself. Go back. Go
What
to
a
the Aloha.
Yeah, look
Come
at
on.
that.
Oh, yeah.
We actually helped our friend Jeff Saunders reach his shave and hair color goal
Yes.
for the big St. Baldrick's event today.
Amazing.
Worldwide, helping to conquer children's cancers. Also, because of that, we threw because of what's going on, we threw in the donations as well to the Stop Asian Hate group, Stop AAP hate.org. I can read my own text that I put on the screen.
Well done, Ken.
They're doing great work to just help combat what's going on, report it, have resources, and because of your generosity on Wednesday, we're going to make a second donation to them today.
Correct.
So
Yes.
that's because of you out there in the
Huge.
GPA community.
Way to go, boys. Way to go.
And I will say this. Heather was very upset with the Aloha. She did not like it. Fields
No?
of Heather, the Schneider cut.
It's growing on her. Though.
Okay, it's growing on her. And she said, you joined a fraternity, okay? And they're making you do stuff, okay? Now, listen, did we make you do it?
Oh,
did I
no.
peer pressure you? Yeah, a little bit. Now, here's the thing. I am a man of principle, and I was also in a fraternity. And with anything, yeah, come on. There is reparations to be made. So what I am putting on here is I will go and buy hot wax, and I will let you wax my back and chest if you'd like for charity on a main show in 2 weeks.
Me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
He accepts the body waxing challenge.
Yep.
I like this play. However, it also confirms Heather's suspicions that he joined a frat house. You are doing nothing to assuage those fears that she has that this man, this beautiful, now half human, half shark boy, has joined a fraternity.
He's a shark-dressed man.
He's
Mark.
Oh, no.
Every girl crazy
Pun
about a
alert,
shark-dressed
pun alert,
man.
pun alert, pun alert.
Be careful,
Pun alert.
Ikaika, because if you go swimming in the ocean, you might have 3 middle-aged men in a rickety boat come after you. They might be shooting barrels into your back. Okay, just something to look out for.
I mean, like I said yesterday, I was eye to nips with Macuga. I've seen everything now.
He's there.
Wow.
Real quick shout out to Mike Fink donating this one and trying to volunteer in Oakland's Chinatown. Very well done, Mike.
Mike
Thank you.
Fink, are you the Mike Fink that booked me my first headlining road gig in Alaska.
In Alaska, that Mike.
Oh
Fink?
my God, this guy was legendary. Because this guy was so funny because he would take Christian Harloff went up there too, and so he would take us out drinking after the show. And he would always pick us up the next afternoon to go wherever, to Wasilla, wherever we were going, at Air Force Base, wherever the hell it was. And his line was, "Hey man, I was a train wreck last night."
Just all the time, every day.
Every time.
Hey, always a train wreck. We were at church. Yeah.
Maybe his name was
Churchman.
what was his name? Mike Fink?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, hi Mike.
So there you go. Jersey Girl Lori says, I'm envisioning scenes from 40-Year-Old Virgin in 2 weeks. Listen, I'm a man of my word. Wax it up.
You better yell
Excellent.
something funny, like because nobody knew Carell was going to yell Kelly Clarkson. He just did it. That was the take. They really waxed his chest.
Yeah.
So we need some funny celebrities for you to yell out.
Okay. And yeah, throw in some super chats, some Streamlabs. Name a celebrity you want me to scream. This is all for charity. I mean, a
Wilford
proportion
Brimley.
of all proceeds that we raise here on the channel, any super chats, Streamlabs, all of that, merch, anything, we donate to charity. So, listen, I'm here.
Dick Van Patten.
Chloe Condon pops,
Chloe's in chat, just going Clippy.
screams Clippy. All right. We let our guests sit there, stew, watching us idiots talk for long enough. We have never met in person, but I'm very excited to talk to her. Again, we met via Twitter, all in the love of Clippy, the amazing paperclip that has guided us through years and years of Microsoft Word. Ladies and gentlemen, direct from Oakland, California, it's Chloe Condon.
Hello.
Yeah.
I've got my Clippy business card here.
Holy cow! Wait, what? So is that your business card has Clippy on it?
So I have to give a little context here.
Okay.
I come to tech from a very non-traditional background. I'm a musical theater queen that
What?
came into tech.
Okay.
So
Beautiful.
I have a very non-traditional background. And if you asked me, like when I was a kid playing with Clippy and Microsoft Word, if I would ever work at this company, I'd be like, you're crazy.
Yeah.
But I made these business cards when I started at Microsoft. It says, it looks like you're trying to get in touch with Chloe.
Nice.
When I think about like what I love about Microsoft nostalgia, I love Encarta, I love Clippy,
Yes.
and
Right.
I just can't believe I work at this company still. But so I don't really give out a lot of business cards now because I'm not really out and about. I don't leave my house, but
Yeah.
True.
I get a lot of compliments on these, which people love Clippy for
They
being
do.
such a hated character. People love Clippy.
I never hated him. I feel like, if anything, Clippy really helped me through some dark times when I first started writing
Right?
things. Yeah, because
I agree. And that's what's been so jarring to me is I love Clippy.
Yeah.
He is a beloved, he's like Mickey Mouse to me in the pop culture sense. But coming to Microsoft, being of a certain age, because I'm 31, the general temperature with Clippy was it was a big failure and nobody liked it and we had to get rid of it. And I was like, wait a second, did you talk to the kids? Because we liked it.
Yeah.
We loved Clippy. So it's been very interesting to have Clippy kind of make this resurgence. I'm going to take 90% credit for it because I started the Whisper campaign.
Yes.
But
No.
it's making a comeback.
Now, Chloe and Clippy.
there.
Chloe and Clippy sounds like an amazing podcast name, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Or like a children's book, Chloe and Clippy take on the world, kind of a thing.
I like that.
I'm into it.
Now, you said you're a musical theater buff, or did you major in it? Were you a musical theater performer? Is that what we're
I
talking?
was. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So my dad is a director, playwright, and my mom was a costume designer.
Oh, my
so I
God.
grew up in a trunk,
it.
so to speak. Did the whole musical theater thing. I went to San Francisco State University. I got my theater performance degree.
Oh my God.
Did the musical theater thing for a while. But then I got cast in my big, first big musical, Xanadu, of course.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I'm in the paper. I've got my cardboard cutout in the lobby. It's all amazing. And then they handed me $500 for 3 months of my work, and I was like, oh, I guess I need a day job. So I kind of stumbled into tech. I did everything but engineering. I did recruiting. I did office management. I was a virtual assistant. I was an executive assistant. I didn't really know what engineers did. I was like, they wear hoodies and Patagonia, and they roll into work around 11. But yeah, I learned how to code in 2016 through a all-female software engineering boot camp, and
Amazing.
now here I am. I can't believe it. I get to work with Clippy.
That is awesome. And I love stories too. You know me, Josh and Mark. I love stories where it's you think you're on one path, and that it's not that you're leaving that path or you couldn't go star in Xanadu today if you wanted to, but just that life takes you certain ways, and when you embrace it and start to find where you are, you just exude joy and purpose with what you do. So I think that's just a great little life lesson too for me.
It's fantastic.
And I think also like there are not a lot of women in STEM that I didn't
Right.
see myself in this industry at all.
Yeah.
When I think about like what technical like sheroes I had to look up to,
Yeah.
the
Ooh,
only
I
one I
like
can
that
think of is Gadget from Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, and she's an animated chipmunk, so that's a problem, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's not a whole lot of folks.
I
who
would
know
throw
what to look up to.
Lex from Jurassic Park was a great hacker. So
Okay, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Lex, because she's really the reason why we were able to escape the dinosaurs, is because Lex could use her 1993 hacking skills. She was kind of the Sandra Bullock in the net. You know,
Oh, yeah.
she
Yeah.
knew how to
Yeah.
do that. And then Sandra Bullock in the net blew everything wide open because she ordered a pizza. Get this, are you sitting down? From a computer.
Can you imagine?
Mind blown.
But I didn't even think like this is because I think of like the shows that I grew up with, like Xenon, Girl of the 21st
Yeah.
Century, and it was my dream to be able to video chat with my friend. And now
Right.
like this is my job. I just video chat with people all day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love to see more women coming into STEM, and
Yeah.
I very much lean into my feminine aesthetic because I love to see it when I do see it in this industry. But
Yeah.
it's lonely out here.
They did a couple weeks ago on Jeopardy. They had an all STEM week. And
Nice.
all focused on females. So each day, a female working in STEM did an entire category, which I thought was amazing. And I see your tweets all the time about women in tech and the empowerment of women in tech, which I think, like anything, representation really, really matters. And I think they need, a Clippy-like person to look to, a Shiro, if you will. And there's Chloe Condon coming in hot.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, I think even when it comes down to how do we get computer science into schools,
Yeah.
even beyond gender, like
Yeah.
I grew up around computers and I didn't know that any of these things that I enjoyed, like video games, my Teddy Ruxpin, like all these kind of like
Yeah.
techie things. Remember Poochies and Tamagotchis, like all tech at the end of the day. But I just didn't see myself like being able to build it. I thought engineers had like hammers and laptops.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, how do you do that? So it's cool now to be, 31. And I work with students at Microsoft. I work on the academic team, and these kids are smarter than me. Like they
Yeah.
know more code than I do at age 12. So I hoped that I love to see when people are making career changes. I mentor a lot of amazing folks who are professional circus clowns turned engineers or
Right.
teachers turned engineers. But my hope and my dream is to make sure there aren't any more Chloes, that they can learn earlier in life and they don't
Yeah.
have to have like a midlife crisis and change
Yeah.
careers.
But I think, and I will say this, Chloe, and you're going to hate me, and this is probably where the interview goes south. I'm not a huge musical theater fan, and I will tell you why.
It's okay.
And I will-
not all musical theater is good.
Okay. I do love the musical Wicked. I went to see it when I lived in New York, and I flipped out for it. Okay.
Sure.
But
I'm a Glinda type. That was like the roles that I
Oh,
was. going
okay.
for.
Yeah.
The quirky sidekick kind of thing.
okay. Well, listen, on the podcast, you lead Clippy. Clippy is not your lead. You bring Clippy with you, okay, in the children's book. You are Clippy's leader. Chloe and Clippy. It doesn't say Clippy and Chloe. It's Chloe and Clippy.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I look at Chloe is the U and Clippy is the Q. So Chloe can function a U is a very useful letter,
Okay.
in a variety of situations. Q pretty much screwed unless you have you with you. So
Yes.
Clippy is basically Boo Radley, okay? Clippy's not leaving its place unless Chloe is there holding its hand.
Look, right the Clippy right on the shoulder.
It's right there. And to your musical theater point, Chloe, I think that you and I are on the same page here because Josh claims he doesn't like musical theater, but then he says he likes Wicked. And here's what I get from that. Is that you just haven't seen a lot of musical theater. If we got you into a theater to watch a musical, doesn't matter. It could be Jesus Christ Superstar, Phantom of the Opera. I've seen them both live on Broadway. Because I think that it's just the show, the production overwhelms you, and you're going to love anything. You would love to see Xanadu.
Well, I'm sure if Chloe was in it, I'm sure it'd be fantastic.
Well, it's interesting because I think, I grew up with a dad who did like very political pieces. He did a lot of like Los Angeles theater that was like very innovative at the time.
Wow.
And it's interesting now because I feel like my taste in musicals is very dark. Like introducing my boyfriend, an engineer, to the world of musicals has been fascinating because I know what he hates. But he loves a lot of the like really dark stuff like Sondheim, and like there's some really funny kind of musicals that poke fun at themselves, like Urinetown, spelled Urine. And I really love an art form like Book of Mormon makes fun of the art form of musical theater in a lot of interesting ways. So I love like when art becomes self-referential, and it's like we know how dorky this is, like we're gonna point it out. So you just gotta find you the right musical.
Well, here's the thing: is I like through high school we had a big musical every year, obviously, and and we would have to go to it for school. Like you'd have to go and watch it, and my friends did it, and it's not that I didn't enjoy it, right? And then it just my biggest thing, and this is going into my own thing, is I dated a girl who loved musical theater, and she would belt songs in my ear all of the time.
See, that's the thing. You don't belt in the ear.
Ear belting.
And she would like. I would say a word and she'd be like, "That was like the time," and I was like, "All right, okay, we can't." I understand that I make a pun all of the time. I understand that, but I am not making you deaf in a kitchen.
See, I'm an ambivert, which is an introverted extrovert. I actually used to give a talk on this because I made a fake boyfriend app where because I used to speak at a lot of conferences, and it's this little button, and it was built with like Microsoft Azure, and I'd click the button, and it would like ring my phone or text my phone. I'd be like, I have to go and take this. And so people, when they would meet me and find out I did musicals, and I was their office manager or their recruiter, they'd be like, but you're so quiet, you're so shy. So I can turn it on and off, but like, there is a certain type of musical theater girl that's like the belting 4 a.m. in the car. I that's a lot. Theater people can be a lot.
That's
Look,
well said.
Look, we're all comics, and we tell everyone stay away from comics. Yeah. So we understand.
Don't date a comic. Don't make that mistake.
Someone in the chat said Shrek the Musical. I actually did Shrek the Musical. And let me tell you, taking off green makeup 2 times a day, not fun.
Not fun.
Who played Shrek when you did it?
It was Tony Panaggetti. It was over here in Berkeley. Really lovely show. Shrek the Musical is another self-referential movie, even.
Right.
Where like it can kind of make fun of itself. I mean, when are you gonna do a musical when you do a fart ballet? Never.
Our buddy.
You telling me you don't want to go now?
I mean, you say fart ballet. That's 2 words that shouldn't go together. Josh Macuga's interested.
I don't necessarily hate Josh for the role of Shrek.
Oh no,
on Broadway.
See that,
I could see you in green. Our friend Glickman was Shrek
in a
for
musical,
a run.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's a great show. I mean, I've always been pleasantly surprised by certain shows because people are like, oh, movies into musicals, can't we be original? But one of my favorite musicals, Hairspray, Legally Blonde. There's some really, really great, like Mean Girls was really great recently.
I hear that Beetlejuice was really good.
Oh my God, I saw it 3 times. Beetlejuice is amazing. Beetlejuice is one of the better musicals I've seen.
See, Josh, they're taking all the good. Their musical theater's taking over.
I will say this: in high school, we did like a school trip to New York, and we went to see Footloose, the musical on Broadway. And when they did that Almost Paradise, because I like all the songs from Footloose. I think that's how you get me, is like Rock of Ages. They just do cover songs of Journey. I'm like, I'm in. I mean, I don't like the ending when they just moved to Glendale, but that was literally
they did a cool production of that in LA. Did you get to see it?
Yeah, and Pantages.
Did you go?
They did one like in a bar. It was like on the strip, on the Hollywood strip. So it was all very like meta.
Wow! No,
but yeah, there's been some really interesting musical theater productions lately. Like there was a really interesting production of Little Shop that just happened in LA before the pandemic. With it's cool to see like now that these shows can take on new lives. I mean, not currently during the panorama, but I'm excited to see what art comes out of the pandemic. Like I think we're going to get some really interesting, pieces about what it was like to experience this. So, I do think, Josh, you would love Beetlejuice if you're looking for musicals.
Well, I love the movie.
Beetlejuice and Mean Girls when they come through.
Now, I want to transition back to Clippy.
Yeah.
Here real quick.
You read my mind.
Okay. Go ahead. Go.
No. I was going to ask Chloe, how many times a week, on average, in meetings, do you suggest a Clippy musical?
Yeah, it's a good question.
That's a great question. So I definitely, in my 2+ years at Microsoft, have started this whisper campaign of Clippy because I'm like, we need to bring him back. He's beloved. We love him. I've definitely suggested some outlandish things like that before. Let's see, what's the latest Clippy thing? Clippy actually made a cameo. Actually, the show I'm doing right after this, I do a live show on Fridays at 10:30 called Hello World. Clippy actually made a little cameo in the background. There's a Clippy costume, if you can believe.
Wow.
But it's been interesting because I get tagged probably at least 5 to 10 times a day in a Clippy post of some kind on Twitter. My brand has now been sort of associated with Clippy.
Yeah.
And I also kind of feel like I am the keeper of the history in a weird way because I somehow have managed to like meet with several of the creators of Clippy and interact with them and find out different canonical things like Clippy is genderless or like Clippy is non-binary or like there's different versions of Clippy like Kairu the dolphin in Japan who's beloved. So it's been, I feel like the keeper of the Clippy lore, which I'm so honored. It's an honor and a privilege.
Wait a minute. When the panorama is over, can we do a combined effort here? Can we put Josh in the Clippy costume, head to the street, and Chloe, you sit there answering questions about Clippy and getting the love of Clippy back into the world?
100%.
Yes.
I am so there. It's kind of fascinating because I think that the costume exists purely because they retired Clippy when they took Clippy out of Microsoft Word. And there's all these pictures, you can Google them, of him like in San Francisco on a trolley, like saying goodbye. Gilbert Gottfried did a bunch of voices for these Flash animation videos that were like, Clippy's leaving, like, total classic,
I think
90s.
Clippy makes a comeback. You get Josh in the suit, and then you go to some heavily populated areas. You stage Clippy working out, doing some push-ups, doing some sit-ups, getting back in Clippy shape.
See?
And meanwhile, there's going to be what I like to call gawkers, and gawkers are going to naturally have questions.
Yes.
Enter Chloe, and she can now we have Chloe and Clippy. Now we started the children's book. Now we started some momentum. The ball is rolling.
See,
I'm so there.
Now,
like, I got vaccinated last week. Let's
me too.
do it.
Okay, Chloe. Now, here's my other thought. And this is how we actually, I said we need a Clippy biopic was my tweet. And that's how you and I became internet friends. Okay.
Yes.
And I remember like you liked it and then said something and then we like had a conversation about Clippy and I was like, all right, now the wheels are turning up here.
I shared a picture of my earrings, I think, because I have 3D printed Clippy earrings.
That's what it is. Yes.
Nice.
So we've got the children's book, we've got a musical. Now we need like the Social Network style Fincher parody kind of a situation where like it starts with Clippy and he's under an underpass and it's raining and he's like smoking a cigarette and it's just like dun 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 dun, and it's all about like the rise and fall and then the rise back of Clippy.
Very like Joker, Cruella.
Yes.
Very like origin story. I love it.
Totally.
Can I offer an alternative pitch to the Clippy movie?
Go ahead.
To the
What do
Clippy
you got?
biopic? Okay.
Go for it.
It's a little like Toy Story and it's a little like Sausage Party, where basically you're in a Staples at night. And at night, all of the office supplies become sentient and they have dreams and hopes and goals.
Okay.
And for a paperclip, the ultimate goal is to be attached to an important document. You don't want to just be attaching a bunch of papers that have the names of the kids who made the team in T-ball. You want to be part of a bill that gets to the Senate floor, that gets passed, that helps people. And that's why Clippy is going to rise from this lowly Staples in Brawley, California, all the way to the White House. You can do it, Clippy.
Boom.
I love it. I'm even thinking of like a side character who gets added to like some papers of someone who's going to get served and he's really anxious. It's like a really anxious paperclip.
Yeah.
I'm so here for it.
And the Staples are the enemies.
Written.
Staples are the sharks. No offense,
the
Ikaika.
technology that comes in. They're like, oh no.
Yeah.
Digital paper here.
Yeah.
Done. We've done it.
It's all the movie is entirely paper clips and the journey of the paperclip from formation to eventual, as Mark says, kingdom, a kingdom of paperclips.
A kingdom of paper.
Clippy cinematic universe is
Yeah.
going to be so
The
fast.
Clippy cinematic universe.
Look.
CCU, let's go.
Yeah.
Just walk in Monday morning, Chloe, well, or virtually walk in if that's what's going on there, and just put down the stack of papers. We've solved it. Clippy is back.
We did it.
Clippy is back.
Here's my scripts, and I'm ready to go.
We need to do a March Madness style bracket of spokes things for products.
Yes.
So Clippy from Microsoft is definitely one of the top seeds.
Yep.
Spot from 7-Up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Noid from Domino's.
The Noid is a great
the
one.
Little Caesars guy.
You could put cereal
from
mascots
Progressive.
in there.
Yeah.
But
Count Dracula.
your Honey Smacks frog.
Yeah.
That sort of
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
But I see Clippy with a pretty easy path to the Final Four.
I don't disagree. Listen,
An icon.
I think that a lot of what kids these days don't have is that the comfort that came with Clippy as soon as you
Yeah.
clicked onto a Microsoft Word document.
And that's what's so wild about when I came to Microsoft, it's interesting because I worked in startups most of my life, and most, everyone's like young and green and fresh, and most of the folks who have worked at Microsoft 20 plus years, and they're like, ugh, Clippy. That was the response anytime I brought
No.
up Clippy. And I've literally in the last year have seen a turnaround to actually that Clippy's pretty cute. So
See?
it's a whole there's a journey to be had with it. People have to come around to liking it. I love it.
It's
I
like
think
Bon
Clippy-
Jovi, okay? Bon Jovi in the 80s, everybody loved. Then grunge music came, ruined Bon Jovi, and now everybody loves Bon Jovi again. It's same as Journey. Any of the bands that I like, then grunge ruined because everybody was like, oh, I'm mad. Blah. And then they came back and they were like, let's friggin' party again. Everybody needs to be a little bit happier when it comes to rock and roll.
That's actually a pretty accurate summation. You know who loves grunge music? Staples.
See? Staples.
So yeah, I was gonna go for someone who works around the Star Wars world.
Nerd.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan. You can't see all the Grogus I have off screen. Right now.
you and I be friends.
the
I was part of the generation that rejected Jar Jar Binks, and now I hear him
Okay.
20 years later watching Jar Jar be one of my favorite characters. And a lot of that is the generation that came behind me that interacted with it differently and saw it differently, perhaps in the way it was intended. And then Chuck Wendig writes this beautiful epilogue of Jar Jar Binks in his book, The Aftermath series, is one of my favorite things. And it's a whole thing about Jar Jar there with refugee kids, Jar Jar being rejected by the adults of Naboo, and he only connects with the kids. And you just start to appreciate. That's the Clippy story.
Yes.
20
Right.
years later, your generation, I'm a little older here, a little more gray in my beard. Your generation goes, no, that changed our perspective, changed the world into something we love and miss. This is Jar Jar, Clippy, Bon Jovi, all the same.
All the same.
Take it to your boss.
You're writing the pitch for me for work. This is
See?
great.
I have
also,
a
shout out to newcomers. They interviewed Ahmed Best, aka Jar Jar, recently, and I won't spoil it, but there's a amazing story about. I don't know if you know this, but Michael Jackson really wanted to play Jar Jar Binks,
Yes.
really badly. And he tells a story about meeting Michael Jackson that is wild. I won't spoil it, but definitely check out
That
Newcomers.
is, I was about to bring
Yeah.
up the King of Pop because that's what that epilogue sounded like. It's like all the adults are like, this guy's kind of weird. He's like, I'm just going to hang out with kids and they can come to my playland. We won't go down that road any further. I will say two things. Ahmed Best, sweetheart of a guy.
Yeah.
Sweetheart of a guy. And the other
Groundbreaking.
thing is Chloe, I know we've asked you a lot of questions today. I just have a comment. So you've been at Microsoft for, you said 2 years?
A little over 2 years, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you're already doing recruiting, and you're mentoring, and you're engineering, and you're leading, and your meetings, and you have things in the oven. Can you just tone it down? You're making us look bad. I haven't done anything in the last year other than shoot 12 under in Wii Golf, and so.
Well, lucky for me, I have ADHD and unrelenting standards. So when you say that to me, I'm like, I'm not doing enough. And also, my imposter syndrome's out of control. So I'm just.
No,
like,
you're
"Oh,
doing.
okay."
You are doing great. You're doing the Lord's work, and
Chloe.
this has been a pleasure.
Let me just say, as somebody who has officiated 10 weddings, okay?
Wow.
If
Okay.
you get married to your boyfriend, or if you choose marriage, that's totally up to you. I would love to officiate your wedding, but that's a total other story. If you don't start your marriage vows with "I have ADHD and unrelenting standards," it's a miss. It's a miss.
Oh, their wedding rings could be paperclip.
It's funny because my boyfriend, when I told him I was going to be on this show and I told him the name, he was like, "You're going to be on the Positivity Report. You're the most negative person."
Oh, never.
I don't see.
I
any of
don't
that.
see it at
Yeah.
all. Your pink headphones and I mean, come on.
I feel like internally I can definitely channel my inner April from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
But I am a Leslie Knope on the outside.
Oh,
so
yes.
like
Okay.
I'm glad that the theater degree is working.
It's it's a dance.
Barno Thinks chimes in the chat. I understand Chloe on a spiritual level. Brian Jackson came up with a really good merch idea. May the positivity be with you,
There you go.
across a Star Wars crossover.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically now, Chloe, we need to start putting together all of our Clippy pitches into one large Clippy pitch package held together by paper clips, obviously. And we take that direct to Bill and Melinda. Now, I know they obviously love to donate to charities, but the money that we could raise via a Clippy, shared universe, like you said, sky's the limit.
I'm just gonna share this video. This video is the pitch. Like the people want it. I'll be like, just watch. Click.
There we go. There we go.
Before we let you go, have you met Bill Gates?
I have not.
Okay.
Let's see. I've not even met Clippy. Like I've had other coworkers have Clippy show up at their new hire event and stuff. So yeah, I gotta check off some of these Microsoft celebs.
See, I gotta imagine it's like that famous shot of George Lucas at the Sbarro in a food court, just Coke and a lasagna. That you turn the corner and Bill Gates is just like at the frozen yogurt machine. I assume you guys have one. Just like, hey, how you doing?
Hey.
You like? Can I get some of those carob chips?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah.
Is that
I'm also
Microsoft?
one of those, like that's sort of like a downside coming from a non-traditional background. Like when I first entered the industry, I'm just nice to everyone unless they're mean to me.
That's good.
So my boyfriend would be like, "Do you know who that was you were just talking to? They invented like Google whatever." And I'm like, "I just thought it was a nice white dude. Like I don't know." Like so, I'm sure I've met a lot of really cool, interesting people and have not even known.
He said his name was Bob Google. I just thought. I don't know.
Good old Bobby Gooks.
John Airbnb. So weird.
Oh man. Now, okay. Again, before we let you go, Chloe, you developed an app that sounds hilarious, and I would love it. Ken and I developed a fake social media app called Alone, where nobody can follow you, and it's just your social media page.
Just go.
Oh,
good.
okay. So it's just So it's just you following yourself.
Correct.
Yep. Yeah. Don't.
I can see a use for it.
Yeah. The tagline is "Don't follow me on Alone."
Yeah. Don't follow me.
Can anybody see your stuff on?
No.
No.
Once you
just-
sign up, you're in. You can just
That's it.
post to yourself. You like your
You're
own
like,
things.
how am I doing? Like,
Yep.
I don't understand why nobody showed up to my show. I promoted it on Alone.
I love it.
See,
Ship it.
boom. Well, Chloe, let me just tell you this. We love having you on the show. You're welcome back anytime. I'll reach out or you reach out to me if you've got something you want to talk about. I think
I think we got to come back once I pitch this movie. We got to come
Yeah.
back and start workshopping.
Yeah.
listen,
it's great.
we're going to do a behind the paywall, 10-hour live stream of us actually writing the film. Okay?
Yeah, and the book,
And the
subsequent
books.
book, and the TV series.
Then the video game series, clearly it's going to be Clippy
yeah.
saves the world kind of a situation.
Well, the 7-Up Man had a video game that I played, so Clippy
Yeah.
should have one as
Spot
well.
was big on Sega
I
Genesis.
played that. Yeah.
I'm going to leave you out with Clippy's, the slogan for the video game or the books or anything. Clippy, it keeps everybody together.
Oh my gosh, that's it.
Oh,
That's it.
that is. That you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna have Bill Gates on this show,
Yeah, we are.
and we're gonna say, "Hey, Bill, have
Hey, Bill.
you met Chloe yet?"
William,
Because
if you
it
will.
would be an honor for William H. I don't know what his middle.
William
For
H.
William Herbert Gates to meet Chloe. That is
Agreed.
that's the
Oh
way
my
that meeting should go.
goodness. I mean, technically, the CEO is Satya Nadella, so maybe we can bring both of them. But I do
100%.
like the idea of a charity-related thing with Clippy. This
Yeah.
is like my
See?
gears are turning, and I think I gotta come back. We gotta figure this out. 'cause
Add it to the
it's
cart.
Absolutely. You have to come back. You have to work this. And hey, you with all this mentoring you do and trying to get the word out about women in tech and young women in tech, is there
Yes.
any place they can, other than your own personal Twitter page, any place they can follow or go to for more information on that, if there's anyone listening in the audience that would love to hear more about it?
You can follow me on Twitch, just my name, Chloe Condon. The only
Yes.
place I'm not Chloe Condon is Instagram, where I'm Git Forked,
He loves that.
GIT Forked, which is an engineering pun if you're an engineer,
Okay.
and it's a good place pun if you're not.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm always tweeting mostly and
Yeah.
doing fun Twitch streams. I do a lot of you couldn't tell, I'm really into 90s nostalgia, so I
Oh.
make things like Beanie Baby taxidermy,
Oh
my
my
God.
gosh!
weird things of that nature. So
Amazing.
come and visit me on the internet.
And Chloe, if you have a natural rival in trivia or anything like that, and you would like to compete on Josh Pretty, we can talk about that as well. Again, it's not like basic trivia. It's not about what's in your brain. It's about your answers. So I'll just tell you that you can watch him, Josh Pretty. I think you'd be an amazing contestant on the show.
I'm here for it. Musical theater category, I could kill it.
I hate to say this. I think Chloe's a great host for Josh Pretty.
I think so too.
I'm
here for it.
Yeah, I don't want Josh to lose his job and his namesake, but Chloe Pretty,
Chloe,
Fork
Very
Pretty.
Clippy.
Yeah.
yeah. We do all. It's just all Clippy questions. It's like 140 Clippy questions.
I'm here.
What?
It's all this made up history.
I mean,
In
yeah.
the 1500s, Clippy rode a horse. What was his name?
Chloe, when the world reopens back up, anytime you're in Los Angeles, please let us know. You can come in studio and hang out. Okay?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, y'all.
You got it.
Chloe.
Chloe
Chloe
Condon.
Condon.
Get forked on
Get
Instagram. I love it.
Yeah.
She's the best. Just an awesome person.
She's
Right?
awesome. I got to tell I am really tired of being a guest here and you usurping my guest powers with better, more insightful, fun, bubbly, positive guests. You had Nancy,
Nancy
who
and the
rescues
beef.
beavers.
Oh,
you
yeah.
had Chloe, who knows Clippy pretty well.
Pretty well.
Yeah.
And now the rest of the 20, now the audience just like, oh, is it just this guy?
Here we go.
Sorry.
It's friggin'
I got
Ellis.
nothing.
Ellis. Mark Ellis.
Oh, I brought shots for you guys. You guys want to do a
yeah, let's
shot?
do it.
Oh yeah,
What do you got?
Your show. What do you want? You want
Yeah,
shots?
let's do a shot. Well, I don't run this show.
Well, sometimes I'm like, yeah, I push him out. Hey,
These are antibiotic shots.
Am I allergic to 'em?
from Creation.
What's in them?
I don't think are you allergic to garlic?
No.
If you're allergic to garlic, you're screwed.
Okay, we got lemon.
Yeah, I
Boom.
got one for the Hawaiian kid too.
Oh, the hunk.
If
Hunk, come get it.
Hunk.
Okay, now, these things:
Hunk v. Heather today in Josh Pretty.
lemon, garlic, ginger, oregano oil, alkaline water, and Himalayan salt. You good with all
Ooh,
those?
yeah.
I
that
put every
sounds
one
up.
of these things on like the quesadillas I make
Ooh,
at
yeah.
home.
Yep.
Now you're telling me
so
in liquid
you
form?
shake it up and you just go, and you just
All right,
go.
let's get the Hawaiian hunk there.
Aloha.
All right,
Come on
look
in.
at the spryness of the
Holy
hunk.
cow.
Wow.
He looks like a professional hockey
All
player.
right.
Okay.
Cheers to Chloe and
Chloe.
Clippy,
Chloe
and
and an
Clippy.
amazing future for charity.
Boom. Whoa. That's just garlic.
It's like you just had a garlic knot.
Ken did not like it. That is a liquid garlic knot. And I'm not complaining about it right now. Ken didn't like it.
This is what you call
Like it.
Mark's revenge for when they made me do a shot playing the game of life on opening night.
Wait till you see the futility board now, my friend.
Is it better?
Brian Ward has updated it. We got a graphics package.
Really?
GPACharity, cut to yourself. How you doing, buddy? Look at Clippy. Chloe, Clippy's here.
I lived in Gilroy for 3 years, and that
Oh,
was
yeah.
disgusting.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Woo!
I don't know if it's the garlic so much as the oregano oil.
Hey, it's like we just had a
Ginger.
nice knot at Vitello's.
Oh. Speaking of garlic, Mark, I know, and I went without you, and I'm sorry, but we were coming back, and Amanda and I decided to stop for lunch to celebrate the fact that we got a new place to live, and we got our first vaccine, and we went to Wood Ranch, sat outside, and got some garlic rolls.
Yeah.
Had a couple iced teas, and that was the first time I'd had caffeine in, man, months. Like, I never drink caffeine, but when you go to that iced tea there is just too good to pass up. I was off the walls until 9:30 p.m. I was, insanely off the walls.
I've really tried to do a better job of not drinking any iced tea after noon.
Oh, yeah.
Because it keeps baby up. And it's not that I can't go to bed because I get really high now. It's that I wake up at 3 a.m. and then I'm just laying in bed from 3 to 4 and I'm just listening to Molly snore and there's just nothing to do. And so I just want to get a good night's sleep.
GPACharity is going over to the snack corner to get something to chase the flavor. He's got Cheez-Its. He got Cheez-Its.
And then Chloe-
I kind of like the taste.
Chloe's in chat and says, it looks like you're trying to do a shot. Clippy.
She's good.
Chloe's
Man.
a good people. She's
Good.
on the team
She
forever
is
now.
on the
Whether
team
she wants
forever.
to or not.
Can I just say, someone, I don't know who it was, someone brought up the finalists against Clippy in the March Madness.
Yeah.
The California Raisins.
Ooh. See, I said, give us some. I want some suggestions here because right now on the Good People Association Twitter, Luke Eldon, our head of our social media, is running a March Madness for chocolates, like chocolate bars, all that kind of stuff. So you can
Snickers.
go vote on that. Snickers is in there. Snickers 100.
Yeah,
He's
that's-
also from Wales, so a lot of the chocolate bars I've never seen or heard of, which makes it a very
Oh, it's
international
international.
contest.
It's an
Very
international poll. Okay.
Yeah,
contest.
Snickers would be our champion here in the States.
Yes.
Snickers is the Gonzaga. I mean,
Okay, yeah.
could a whatchamacallit sneak up on an unsuspecting Snickers and and give it a game, yes. But
Sure.
Snickers at the end of the day, the peanuts, the caramel, the nougat, the nougat. I know a lot of candy bars have nougat.
They're all
What
Twix.
they put in Snickers is special nougat, and Twix is great. And I like the fact that it's the cookie, it's the caramel. If anybody comes in here with their peanut butter Twix is better than classic Twix, I will say the door's right there.
Nuts to that.
And Clippy is saying it looks like you need to leave.
I'll throw in. I mean, do you remember the Take 5 bar? That Take 5 bar
good.
was really good.
I just felt like Take 5 was just like a corporate, Take 5 felt like Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League, where, it's a lot of really good stuff. We get it. It was fine with Snickers. Kids
Mark,
with their Take 5.
Mark,
I'm grumpy. I'm sorry. Try not to be grumpy.
is the top of my lip supposed to be burning? The top. Not the inside where the liquid went, but on top.
Just here's the goal: is that when you go home tonight, Ken, because I'm
Ken
sure
is
you're
gonna poop his pants in about 5 seconds.
Ken's working really hard. I'm sure he's going to put in a 2-hour day here. When you go home and you kiss your beautiful lady, I want her to say, "What did you eat for lunch?" That's the goal of the antibiotic shot.
Yeah.
I felt like I just drank the juice of like the a never-ending salad at Olive Garden, but like with extra garlic and what is that, oregano? Was in it?
Yeah,
There's some
oregano
oregano in there. I've done that trick, by the way, at Olive Garden.
You know what you could do is take this, warm it, and dip your pizza in it. It'd be really good, I think.
You could like a white sauce.
Like the garlic sauce, garlic sauce.
Yeah,
It's delicious.
I mean, I feel better. I feel awake. I feel vibrant. I feel alive.
Okay, listen, I don't like to
Trying to
call out
do-
people in the chat, but I got to do it.
Uh-oh.
Sal Van Bacon, paydays are not good. It's just peanuts, and it's impossible to get through. It's hard. It's a hard bar to get through.
It's a tough one to eat.
Yeah.
I love the
first
concept.
bite. The first bite is good. It's the second to 90th bite.
I'll tell you the overrated one. I'll tell you the first
catch
round
it.
exit.
You know what I'm saying?
I will tell you who the Duke of this candy bar tournament is Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth is good.
I'm
like
more
it?
on
I think it's a little
I
overrated.
understand where you're coming from on payday.
not bad.
I really do on the payday. I understand, but I like it more than the baby.
I think Baby Ruth's a little overrated. Mars Bar. Mars Bar is like
Perfectly rated.
It's like Cincinnati or something where they were really, really good in like the 50s.
Sure.
And so
they just kept making them.
They just kind of hang around.
Yep. We get a Kinder Bueno. If you guys ever had a Kinder Bueno, those things are delicious.
Is that Canadian?
No, I think
like
it's
Francis.
Swiss.
Some of the Kinder eggs.
German? Oh, German. Kinder Eggs is German. I think.
Yeah, Kinder eggs are actually illegal over some of them over here.
Yeah.
We had to order it for that other show I used to
Illegal?
produce. Yeah, we had to order some from that because you have toys inside
Yeah. And kids
and
choke
you
on
can
them.
choke on them.
Oh, that's why they're illegal.
Over here, we couldn't get them.
But you have them now, the Kinder Eggs? Kinder Eggs
Yeah,
are
yeah.
here.
Now this is like about 5 years ago. I was
Yeah,
working on that other company.
Yeah.
I would rather have the delicious filling in the Cadbury eggs.
I've
Only
never
kinda
had a
eggs I
Cadbury
like.
egg.
Ah!
Never had one.
What?
Never had one. And I don't know why. I've never,
Well,
it's
let me
never
tell
been
you.
I don't know why
offered to
either.
me.
John, Deb?
Yeah, if you love Jesus, you'll love a Cadbury.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you think
jury's
Jesus
out.
came back 3 days later?
Cadbury eggs. Yeah.
Jesus died for our sins. He went up to heaven. He's like, "Hey, Pop, what's up? You got any eggs lying around?" And God's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And Jesus is like, "I will see you later,
I will
Pops."
be back in 3 days.
Dad, what I'd really like is the car keys. See you later. Can I have them, please? And he drove right back down to earth to get himself some Cadbury eggs.
It's
in the Bible.
Your
Job 3:19.
Your stand-up's edgy.
It is. It's gotten edgy. It's gotten really edgy.
Gotten edgy.
I'm rooting for Heath Bar, but I know that's not going to make it.
Yeah, Heath Bar's.
My other go-to is Reese's. I know it's going to get to the end, but it's going to be like Sharks. It's going to choke in the end.
Oh, like against the Penguins in 2016?
Reese's could get to the Final Four in a weak region, but
Now, what about Reese's Pieces is the real question. That's the dark horse. That's the Hampton over the 15 over the 2 seed, I think, is the Reese's Pieces.
do you put M&Ms in there?
Well, you have to, I think, but peanut M&Ms.
Well,
We're
okay,
not-
but
we're
now
not
you're starting to go
heathens.
down a rabbit hole of, okay, well, now we let M&Ms in, so now we got to let Milk Duds in, and God forbid Whoppers get in.
Whoppers are always going to get in because somehow they make it into that Halloween variety pack, and you're like, what the hell is going on here?
Okay, good. Whoppers, come on in the tournament. You're the 16th seed. You know who
Yeah.
the 1 seed you're playing is? Snickers.
I like
Sheila
Whoppers.
Toner comes in very hot with a $5 super chat. It says, the best candy bar is Nutrageous. I'll die on that hill any day. Sheila,
Wow.
you're not Nutrageous. I don't think I can eat because it's got nuts in it.
Are they
But I've never-
in competition with the Reese's folk, or are they from the Reese's folk?
This is a question I should know because I hosted a show called Eating History, but we didn't do many candies.
This is too recent history for you
One
and
you
Smokey.
found on the ground in that house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You had
Mario
the
Bunny.
Mario Lemieux.
I'm surprised I didn't die from that one. to
I'm
be honest with
surprised that you were in a haunted house as long as you were. And the only reason you were in there for that long is because of the promise of 20-year-old chocolate from Mario Lemieux.
you. There was so there's you have an IFP in your ear, right, of them telling you what to do because they can't come in the house, it wasn't big enough, whatever. And I keep
That's
saying
what they told you.
Yeah. They keep saying to me, Josh, quit calling the house creepy. Josh, quit calling. There is so much cutting room footage of me going, I don't want to go in there. Why are we going in there?
Josh, quit being a baby.
There's not.
Josh,
it's dark.
Man up.
Yeah.
Josh,
no.
you're being a wuss.
We
Stop
went
it.
into this basement and found a Pepsi AM that we never made the show. And I was like, I'm not going in the basement. I'm not going in the basement. There was like old family albums of like weddings. And I was like, this is a Walking Dead episode. I don't want to be here.
Josh, we have your father on the line. Josh, this is your father, John.
Yeah.
Go in the basement. Son,
Go in the
It was,
basement.
it was one of those 80s Pittsburgh weddings, too, where everybody had a mullet. Everybody had a mullet.
They look like Yarmir Yager in his
Every
rookie
single
card.
person. Yeah. Yarmir Yager came into town with that mullet, and every Pittsburgher was like, told ya. Friggin' told ya. Okay? Let me tell you what. I've been going down Chauncey's for the last 10 years, and he's been making fun of this mullet. And now Yager comes in town, and you see what this does? Okay? It's beautiful. Chauncey's was this awesome bar in Station Square. Chauncey's and Donzi's.
we got to go to Pittsburgh, Ken.
I think that's going to be the first GPA con.
We got to go to the Berg.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got to see. We need like a you know how they have maps to movie stars' homes
Yep.
out
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
We need a map to Macuga's youth.
Yeah,
It-
we'll walk you around. We'll do like a whole. Well, I mean, my parents live on a cul-de-sac. We just block it off and throw a con block party.
that'd be
They'll
great.
love that.
All the locations Josh has been arrested in Pittsburgh.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
One's right up the street.
Little chalk outlines of all the bodies left behind.
Anka Vendor, the super chat. Kinder Bueno isn't an egg. I'll Twitter which one I like.
Yeah, there's Kinder eggs. The Kinder Bueno is like a little stick. It's almost like
yeah.
what are those things called in the Milano company makes? Pepperidge Farms.
Pepperidge Farm. Yeah.
They're the tubes.
I know those Pocky sticks
Yeah.
from Japan.
No, those things are delicious.
Those
too.
are good.
See, here's the thing. Now we're opening up like a real can of worms. a
Yeah,
can of
I just
chocolate.
don't know what is eligible.
Heather S.
Heather Schneider, the Schneider
Yeah.
cut, Fields of Heather chimes in. Where's the Kit Kat discussion? That's a John Macuga favorite. John Macuga lived off
really?
Kit Kats.
I
I
love
love a
Kit
good Kit.
Kats.
It's
I like a dark chocolate Kit Kat, and I think I'm
like the
in the
mint.
minority here.
no, I don't think
Yeah.
you are, and I think the Kit Kat cookies and cream is also delicious. And the mint chocolate.
I like the
cookies,
mint one. I
yeah,
like the
mint
mint
one is
one.
great.
Here's the thing: chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream has really ruined the cookies and cream franchise for me. Because cookies and cream, it's like good. I'd rather have raw cookie dough. I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're having cookies and cream ice cream.
It's not the best.
It's like, what's even the point? Have you seen that
But-
concoction at Sonic that they're doing? They're putting Oreos and cookie dough in one shake.
Okay, let me tell you a little something. Okay, Amanda got edible cookie dough at the store the other day.
Yeah.
We also, for some reason, my cousin sent us like a care package and had like 150 Oreo packs, which I brought most of the office.
I like where this is going.
I ate 80% of them.
We usually on Sunday night is Shake Shack for our family. Okay, we go to Shake Shack. If I don't make pasta carbonara or whatever, we go to Shake Shack. And Shake Shack makes hands down the greatest cookies and cream milkshake on the planet. Okay, it's amazing.
Okay.
It's fantastic. So we didn't get Shake Shack, but I went to the store and just bought vanilla ice cream and put cookie dough and Oreos in a milkshake in the NutriBullet. It wasn't exactly nutritious, if you will, and it was, mind-blowingly good.
I don't like your assessment. You put it in a thing called the NutriBullet, right?
Yeah.
Your drink came out of the NutriBullet? Nutritious.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Right,
Hey, listen,
branding.
when Mark Ellis says it is,
It's nutritious.
we can also, and I talked to Bill Crawford about an afternoons con a while back. We can do a positivity con.
Yeah.
in
Did you have
Pittsburgh.
Crawford on the afternoon?
I had him on here.
Oh, Crawford's great.
He's the best.
Yeah,
He's the best.
his angry Pittsburgh Steelers tweets
Yes.
are so great.
So good.
Next time you have him on, ask him about the fart spray story from when we were doing a USO tour.
I will.
Overseas.
Yeah. He's the best. Bill's the best. His line, he grew up in the city and then he moved out to the suburbs right by where I grew up, and he's like, it's like I'm out here in the witness protection program. It's like, yeah. It's very true. Feels like a lot of the houses, like nobody's ever come in or out. Like it's the houses that's dark all year round, even on Halloween. It's like, you can't go to that one.
Yep, just a bowl of candy out front.
Oh man. All right, let's wrap up the show real quick. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for being good people. We'll see you this afternoon for Hunk v. Heather in Joshpity. It's going to get wild. Next week, we've got some great guests lined up. Claire Lims on Thursday. Natasha Martinez back on Monday. We're lining up some other guests. Old People Internet is still... We need to... Amanda was asking about the afternoon, so she's getting antsy. She wants to get the show back.
So if she's ready to back next week, I might take a week off of Internet for Old People because I got to... Josh, it takes a lot to just produce those Spice Girl facts, 2020-second videos. Sure. Takes me 9 days. No. Yeah. Let's do it. I think we need an afternoon's baby report. I mean, come on.
And I'm working on a new. I'm working on the. I've been recording sounds for my daughter, and she's clearly like a mix between a dinosaur, a zombie. Yesterday I was watching The Walking Dead, which I still watch, and she sounded a lot like a zombie at certain points.
You watch Walking Dead?
I still watch it.
How do you watch Walking Dead?
I don't know. And it's the only scary show I've ever watched. It doesn't jump scare me anymore, except yesterday it did jump scare me. I screamed. And
what would
like,
get you
can't scream holding the baby.
What?
Mark, I have to see how it ends. I have to see how it ends.
I don't think you will. If there is a zombie clown a la Pennywise.
Yeah, we haven't seen any zombie clowns. And Mark, you didn't need to put that out in the ether.
I'm just saying. You've been watching this show.
You already almost killed us with garlic. Poor Ken just pooped his pants and we don't even know it.
I think this would kill a vampire like 3 times over.
Yeah, dead.
Okay. He's right. I got to come clean. I suspected one of you. I'm not going to say which one of being a vampire, and all I'm going to say is that my suspicions were true.
Correct.
Emotionless, stoic.
Ken did not handle it well.
Sleeps in. Yeah.
Grace, he's a vampire.
She's disappointed I'm not.
Oh man.
That's fair. I could see Grace falling for a vampire.
Yeah. She's upset I'm not.
Yeah.
Well,
Twinkle or otherwise, she'd like it to be a vampire.
Kenneth Von Knapsack.
Yeah.
It just rhymes. It goes well. Okay. It doesn't really rhyme, but it really goes well.
Hey, you guys are doing great things over here.
Yeah,
have you guys had hey, we run a company now, like the fight? Because Harloff and I used to have one a year, and we would have an annual blow-up fight, and it would always be Friday of Comic-Con.
Oh, that sounds.
And it was so much fun. All of our pent-up hatred from the year would just come out in this burst. Usually Friday morning because he didn't eat
at the Hard
breakfast.
Rock. Yeah.
Wherever we were staying, it was just this like blow up fight, and then 5 minutes later, we just like fist bump. We're like, all right, let's go watch the new trailer for Batman v Superman.
Ken and I had it out last Friday, not like out, but we discussed life and this. And next week will be our first company meeting after, you know what I mean, where I will come in with a briefcase and slam it on the table.
You got to film that for our for people like me who have the glass. I'm in the club.
You are.
I want to watch the meeting.
We don't even have the glasses yet.
We don't have the glasses.
I got a glass.
I know you do.
I ate Cheez-Its out of it yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready for a... Well, real quick. So Katie Kirk's been hosting Jeopardy, and she's been amazing. I'm telling you, she's on my dream list, Mark. It's Katie Couric and Stanley Tucci are my top 2 gets for this show. That's who I want.
Love
okay,
and
but on that
number 3 is
episode,
Michael Keaton.
Chloe has to host that
Well,
episode.
correct. Yes, yeah. Katie Couric has been hosting Jeopardy for the last 2 weeks, and she's been amazing. And last night, one of the answers to one of the questions was The Boys, that show on Amazon. She's like, my daughter writes for that show. And I was like, wait a second.
Really?
What?
Katie Couric, the breath of positivity, the light that is Katie Couric. Her daughter writes for that seriously dark and twisted show?
I haven't watched The Boys, but I hear good things.
It's great.
Yeah.
But I just did not see Katie. And you know what? Listen, you bucked the trend. I think I probably waited on Katie Couric and her daughter when I lived in New York. I waited on Katie Couric a lot, but anyway. All right.
That was a nice little cocaine ramble there at the end.
Did you like that? Okay. Here's your dad joke of the day. Yesterday, I can't give you the word, Mark, but you better get this one. It's more of a pun than a joke. Are you ready?
Yes.
What do you call open-toe footwear for a fast Eagles quarterback in the 1980s?
Sandal Cunningham?
That is correct.
Okay.
Give him the points.
Yeah.
The word of the day yesterday was sandal. So there you go. If you guys want a dad joke for next week, just give me a word and I'll make a joke.
My
out of
dumb
it.
brain, I was like, Ron Jaworski wasn't fast.
It was like, wait.
The guy after him.
Tiva Jaworski? Shit, that's not right.
And because of
Jaworski.
because of Randall's head coach, you could call them buddy stocks.
Oh. Okay, here we go.
Name 2 wide receivers that Randall Cunningham regularly threw footballs to.
Mike Quick.
Yes.
All right.
This is what you call dead air.
Mike Quick.
Fred Barnett.
Freddie Barnett.
Calvin Williams.
Freddie Barnett. Calvin Williams. Mike
What do you
Quick.
got? What do you got? Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Mike Quick.
Oh,
we're gonna close.
The Hawaiian just handed
Hold on.
Josh something.
Well,
This is exciting.
I got to get the question of the day out here real quick.
Get the question
real
of the
quick, real quick.
day.
Yeah, I used to wait on Katie Couric and her dog. That was back in my New York days. That was a different kind. Then, I got to get the positivity report out. I got to do the weather. Honey, how's the baby? Okay, good.
Keep going.
Honey, I'm on Top Shot right now. I can't really talk. It's March Madness. I just, God, I just need something to
What
settle
line
this.
are you in? How far did you move up? Your 174,000th place?
I gave up.
You
I gave up my desire to get cold cuts.
Oh,
I was too far back in line, and I said, "Screw you!"
But seriously, when are they doing the baseball one? I'd like, ooh, look at this! It's Mike Gallego turning a double play 1990 card.
I think it'd be successful in any sports league.
I'll wait in line. I'll just do a show. We'll live stream buying digital cards.
NFL, MLB, Schmodown, a lot of giftable moments there.
Absolutely.
Okay, here's your question of the day. I found it.
You found it.
I usually time this before the show, but Mark was distracting me with his garlic shots. Okay, question of the day. The Positivity Report wants to know, if you owned a bakery, what would you call it? Now, there's a lot of great puns in here, like fantastic puns. Okay, and that's usually what all these questions are about, is puns. We got Planet of the Crepes. We got Field of Creams. Okay, we got Breaking Bread. We got Holy Cannoli. Cheaper by the Baker's Dozen. All is Bready to Roll. Dough-lightful. Pie Hard. Bake It With You. Young Buns.
Yes.
Like Attila the Bun. Our buns are better than our puns. Pretty good. Pie's the Limit. Dawn of the Bread. Bad Buns for Life. The Deserted Island. Bread in Captivity. House of the Rising Bun. A Pikealypse Now. That's my favorite.
Okay.
Bread, Bun, and Beyond. There you go. There are some good bakery names out there. For you
My
guys.
bakery is called Dunkin' Donuts, but it's spelled like Tim Duncan, and it's basically like a shrine to Tim Duncan
You just walk
in
in.
every store across this great nation of ours.
It's like in Wayne's World when they go to the.
It is like the Stan
stands.
Makita's,
Stan
donuts, except it's Tim Duncan's.
Yeah.
Tim's Dunkin' Donuts.
Tim's Dunkin' Donuts.
All right.
I like that.
Word of the day. You'll like this one,
Yeah.
Ken. I got this one because I knew you were going to be on the show. Loggia. Loggia.
Yeah!
It
Robert
means
Loggia.
you're the greatest actor of our time.
That's very true.
Can I tell you, I watched a little bit of Independence Day the other night.
It's the best.
Here's a fun game for everyone to play, and I want y'all to do it this way. Please, do it today if you can. Watch Independence Day, but pretend that Robert Loggia's character has a ponytail that never gets addressed. He's a Secretary of Defense. It never gets talked about. It never gets addressed. Just imagine he's got a ponytail. It will make the movie so much better.
Mr. President.
He's just flapping, and nobody ever says anything about it.
Can we get that whole movie recut into like a CGI pony? I mean, they did it for Cavill's mustache.
A mullet cut.
Oh, man.
Independence Day, the Loggia cut, or lack thereof.
Mr. President.
We gotta go, Mr. President.
You couldn't have said that before we wasted the lives of thousands of American pilots, and then the ponytail's back. It's like, just can't
Flapping
take him
in the wind.
seriously.
It's like
Area 51, that's not real.
my grandpa had like major surgery back in the early 90s, and the doctor came in and he had a ponytail, and my mom was like, nope,
Get out.
not this guy.
It's like Ed Asner on
Not him.
Curb
Yeah.
with Scott Adsit. It's the lawyer in all denim on Friday. It's Casual Friday. Not for me, is it?
It's just very. You can't have every job if you have a ponytail. You could be a great wedding DJ. You could be a great bowling alley operator. You just Secretary of Defense. Maybe not in your future.
All right.
Okay.
What does it mean?
Robert Loggia. The Loggia, the word of the day. An open-sided extension to a house is a loggia. So like a new,
Is that
like
real?
like a patio.
Like in Beetlejuice, they build a loggia.
I built a loggia.
Loggia.
Yes.
Wow, Otho built a loggia.
Who built a loggia? I'll tell you else who built something is the world built weather, and I'm gonna tell you about it.
Take those headphones up.
Oh boy, that's gonna leave a mark.
Woo! All right, let's go to it, Mark. We're gonna go to Antietam, Virginia first. Get in here. There it is. All right, let's go over here to the central United States here in GPACharity. Let's go over here to everybody.
Cold front moving through Josh.
Holy, yeah, that really is going through me there. Let's go over to Missouri here. Seems like a heck of a state. Although it makes no sense to me that Missouri's, what do you want to call it? The abbreviation is MO.
M.O.
MO, Missouri, home of the best Kansas City.
There you go. And over here is Dragon Lakes. Go over to the Dragon Lakes for me.
Is that where Jason Bateman started his heroin empire?
Currently doing some. That is the Ozarks. A lot of shoreline, but it looks like a dragon. Ken, give me a dragon sound. But hey, if you are looking for a hot spot this summer, head on down to Dragon Lake, where you can drink Dragon Milk Stout, fresh from a dragon's nipple.
Is that a Bob Seger song?
No, that's
Head
a
on
beer
down to Dragon Lake. Grandpa drowned Grandma.
And if you can see, there are a lot of boats here and docks. They're all getting ready for some positivity this weekend. Mark, what are you going to be listening to? Some Bon Jovi, perhaps? Maybe
fire up the jet ski and the rat.
Let's go. They're coming down. If we can zoom in just a little more here, if you don't mind, Ikaika. Go up. Yeah, there you go. A lot of great neighborhoods in here. You got Jerry lives over here, Elaine down here, and of course George and Kramer.
I was told this was a weather report.
Yeah. All right, let's zoom out again, Ikaika, if you don't mind. Let's zoom out. Let's go up to Montana. I just recently watched Yellowstone. It's a heck of a show. Let's do some weather up here in Montana. Oh, looks like we got a cold front moving in there on the far left, the west side of Montana. Keep going. A little left. There you go. I'll tell you what, Ikaika's doing a heck of a job. The Hawaiian hunk aloha.
You're supposed to walk towards the weather, not have the weather come to you.
Mark, don't tell me how to do the weather.
You're too stationary.
I'm not. Okay, so see this pink area here?
Yeah.
Should be Wednesday.
Yeah.
Okay? But it's not. And then it's with this blue, the pink, and the green.
It's a
disappeared.
boy.
Here you go. Now, here's what you don't see in this weather pattern here is everybody really excited for this weekend's FCF championship game, the People's Championship. Wild Aces versus the Glacier Boys. Taking the Wild Aces, led by Greg Miller and the Kinda Funny Gang. Let's zoom out here, GPACharity, if you don't mind. Let's go to where we are currently right now in California. If you can look down here in Los Angeles, let's go over here. Let's go, yeah, there we go. Los Angeles, you can see my wife live from our apartment as our baby continues not to sleep through the night, yet the dad does because he sleeps too heavily and the mom doesn't wake him up.
Night terrors.
Night terrors, McGee. If you guys come down the 10, the 15, the 210, it's a calm weather day here in Los Angeles, but everybody, Mark, looking forward to this weekend. Why?
March Madness?
That's correct. Give them some March Madness, some Chocolate Madness, and of course, let's go up to Oakland. Let's go up to Chloe Condon in Oakland. I believe you can see live in Oakland. You're going a little north. That's Washington.
It's shaped like a paper clip.
No, there you go.
I know exactly where Oakland is.
Good work of the mouse there. There we go. There's Oakland, and guess what's there, Mark?
Steph Curry.
Incorrect. We were looking for Clippy Curry, Steph's dog. Named him after a paperclip.
Steph Curry's over here now.
Steph Curry's over here now. Whatever.
Steph's dog is actually a paper clip.
Like
no one told him.
There you go. That's the weather here on the Positivity Report. Thank you guys all for tuning in. We'll see you next week. I'm not a weatherman. I just play one on TV.
It's a beautiful day.
Let's do some videos that make me smile. Mark Ellis.
Oh, we're
are you
still
ready?
live?
Yeah, we're still live, buddy.
That was a pretty good mic drop.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Anyway.
All right, here you go. How am I supposed to focus with him here? Now, look at that. That's a real hedgehog, guys.
That is a real
On an office chair. Is that not one of the cuter things you've ever seen?
my gosh.
That now.
Come on. Look, he's like, I'm trying to do spreadsheets and look at numbers. And then here's this hedgehog going like, hello.
My name's Rick.
I
You
gotta
would
be
say I'd be
honest.
Sonic, but
I like
Sonic.
that a lot.
Yeah.
Doesn't look that fast.
He's he just hangs out. Later today, I'll be zooming with my friend Derek.
That's great.
And his girlfriend Elizabeth.
Is this called the Green Chill Zone?
That would be a reference to Sonic the Hedgehog, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like this TikTok is actually like some sort of police camcorder. Like this
Yeah.
is where Mr. Fogel would research the youth that he would prey upon, and then over here he would. Oh my God, it's a hedgehog!
Hedgehog. All right, let's go to the next video, GPACharity, if you don't mind. All right, listen.
Oh, doggy,
Look at this dog. Just make sure.
King of the hill.
King of the hill.
You stay away from that dirt.
My mother-in-law has a Great Dane, and this is how they look at you all the time. She's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
the dog is like, you're tucking those jeans into those boots. Really?
Seems
Really?
like an aggressive move there, Dave.
Yeah.
At least you're not tucking your T-shirt into your pants, but I will judge you from atop this mountain of mulch.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I like that little ear flex he does. You know, Mark Ellis would have cut those sleeves off, Jim.
Mark Ellis refuses to work outside or work out with sleeves. That is a life rule of the Ellis household.
Hey, guess how many bodies are under this mound of dirt?
Don't worry about it.
Why is there-
I just dig bones.
Just a camera there. That
You better be going to the meat
Look at
store. I want some meat when you come back.
All right, let's do. We got 2 more, or 1 more.
2 more, yeah.
2 more. Hit it. Look at this.
Oh, no, little ducks and
Oh, I
puppies.
just can't.
Come on. I can't get my footing, Dad. I'm trying.
That's me
Oh,
every
no.
time I get booked on the positivity report.
Yeah.
Like, really? I can come into work?
I gotta go, I
Hey,
gotta
man,
go,
even
I
have
gotta
a
go.
beer.
Oh. I'm going to bring him garlic
My
shots.
leg,
Yeah. Ken's going to poop. Oh, yeah.
Oh, actually, I know what this is. This is live footage of the production staff getting Josh to walk into a haunted house in an abandoned Pittsburgh town.
Don't say it's creepy.
No, please stop saying it. We had to.
I don't want a Mario bar.
As we're coming down, you're coming down this hill and you can see the creepy town, and I'm in a car and I'm like, it's creepy. Hey, you got to stop and turn around. We got to get that from the top of the hill, and you can't call it creepy. You got to stop calling it creepy.
I feel like this is an episode of that show Pound Puppies where you see the one puppy on the
yeah.
right is
I
the
had a Pound
lookout.
puppy.
He's like,
Yep.
go. The warden's asleep. Go.
Get that chocolate.
Go.
Get that chocolate. It won't kill us.
And let's do 1 more, Ikaika Shively. 1 more video.
Thank you very much, Jen. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, thank you. I was wondering if I was in this room by myself.
Give some remarks. Thank you again for joining us.
Nice little opening joke to soften up the press corps.
Yeah, get that laugh out first.
Yeah.
Come on, just
Get
crushing
that
it.
laugh.
That's all any of these presidents need to do. Trump, Biden, you just go up there and instead of just
Crowd work.
imposing your will, just do a little bit of, hey, how are the kids? You know, just give
Mike-
them a little bit. Yeah. Oh, your dog's cute. Yeah, mine got sent back to Delaware because of the bite. You know. But anyway,
Literally, the only reason I've ever wanted to move to the suburbs, so when I'm driving down the street, I'm like, hey, Mike, Beth.
yeah.
That's all I want to do.
I want
Just wanna wave to the
to.
neighbors.
My number one reason for ever owning a house is so that I can have the garage up
Yeah.
and be lifting weights inside
Oh,
of it
yeah.
on a Saturday.
Wild Bon Jovi is playing.
Yeah.
Flipping around.
It's going to be loud, and I'll let the neighbors know, hey, from 1 to 2 p.m. on Saturdays, I will be working out, and when I work out, you're going to hear a lot of
Clanging.
You Give Love a Bad Name, and me working out, sometimes just me sitting on a bench drinking a beer.
Yeah.
Very true. And also, Mark ends every workout with, I want to lay you down in a bed of roses. And his neighbor's just filming him as he cries over a bench with like a Coors Light.
That's my little cryotherapy song. That's my little cool down song. Just me and John. Oh, I'm going to do cryotherapy in 30 minutes. Why don't you guys come?
I'm good.
We're gonna do that one day.
One day.
We're not there yet.
Not yet.
One day?
Like,
Ken, you know when one day comes?
Do they have a working bathroom?
You know why Ken's not going, Josh? Because for him to go to cryotherapy at 10:30 a.m. would necessitate him getting into sunlight.
Oh,
Vampire!
wow. Vampire coming in hot. Thank you all for being here on the Positivity Report, the Good People Association, the GPA.fun. We love you all very much. See you this afternoon, 4 p.m. Pacific, for Josh Brady, Heather, V Hunk, Fields of Heather, the Schneider Cut versus the Hawaiian Hunk, Aloha, the Prince of the Islands. We've got the Josh Brady today. Listen, it's an ever-evolving show as we learn, and then we eventually sell this to the Game Show Network. So thank you all for tuning in. Mark Ellis, thanks for being here. Special thanks to Chloe Condon, Ken Knapsack, the Hawaiian Hunk, our technical engineer. We'll see you Monday morning for the Positivity Report, Natasha Martinez. Until then, remember, it's a way easier to love than hate. Find the good. We'll see you tomorrow.
He's a night walker.